Come on, chat. Give it to me. What's next? Welcome to another stream. What? Let's go. I'm happy to see all y'all in here today. It's another One Piece stream. All right. That's enough. What's next? I apologize if I was extremely loud, guys. I am sorry for that. But welcome to another stream with Rooney the Weeb. I am the one and only the great kid of Almighty. Today we have a lot going for us today. Well, let me just get set up, guys. We here talk about what's going on at the beginning there. Hey. Our boy BB. He out here set tripping. He pulling up on folks' blocks. Let me just get my notes pulled up here. I need to just make sure, I have all my notes pulled up, actually. All right, that looks looking good over here. All right. Let me just get my notes pulled up here, guys, and we'll get into today's stream topics, and then we'll go from there. How's everybody doing today? If you guys are coming to the chat, hey, I'm Rooney the Weeb. I'm an anime geek, nerd, consumer of all, I guess you can say. And I'm here just to talk about our everyday anime. That's all we're doing here. Is just having a good time, good vibes. You've seen I came in with great energy. Hopefully you guys can match my energy and go ahead and leave a like, maybe a subscribe. Anything matters to me, a comment, anything. But that being said, I have my notes pulled up. Ooh, boys, we have a good one. Ooh, boys, we have a good one. I'm sorry, that got kind of weird. I don't know what happened there. But here we're here to talk about Blackbeard versus Law in the anime episode 10. What is it? 1093? Is it 1063? I don't even know what episode it is. But it was a great one. It was an aspiring. It made me lit me up inside. It made me want to make content. So here I am for you guys to discuss the fight and just my initial thoughts on what's going on with Blackbeard versus Law. Oh man, let me see. I'm not even set up quite correctly. Hopefully my audio sounds good, guys. I'm gonna go mute here in just a second just to see what is going on here. What is going on? Let me mute myself real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I had to double check on our audio, make sure everything sounds great, nice and crisp, and bringing you the best content. But Blackbeard vs. Law had me just excited to make some content, and my initial thoughts is like the comparison between the manga and the anime was just completely different. It portrays the fight more one-sided than the anime and than the manga did. Excuse me. Let me calm down. I'm nervous talking to you guys. Look at me. I need to come get nervous. You guys are making me feel a type of way. But in the anime, it gave Blackbeard this overwhelming power that it seemed that Law wasn't gonna quite overcome, I should say, at all in any situation. I feel like it's very clear that compared to what happened to Kid, it's exactly the same. So people are gonna hate this. The Kid and Law debate is like kind of not Kid. Yeah, Kid and Law debate is kind of over with, and how they both got taken out in the battles of the emperors or the aspiring emperors. Because if you see how Law completely was overwhelmed by the Guru no Mi, there was no way Law was going to be able to sustain a single blow from the Guru no Mi. he was unable to move from just the pressure of the Gorgo no Mi just from such a long distance. And I didn't realize Blackbeard and Law was fighting from so far away. Like Blackbeard was really high in the sky. I didn't really picture that. I didn't understand that at all. I thought the battle was more close. I thought Blackbeard was hovering, kind of not exactly. How do I say this? I thought Blackbeard was hovering a lot closer over Law. That's what I thought. And then when I got to see like where Blackbeard was, I'll just go and show you right now, guys. I'll just go through the fight where I could just show you. Oh, we gotta take that off. No sound here. And there's a specific scene. See, I didn't realize like Blackbeard's really, even though this is like bad animation, or not bad animation, it's just like a goofy spot to stop, because obviously there's in animation there's gonna be some wonky looking images, but I thought they were a lot closer. I didn't realize Blackbeard was that high in the sky, especially like here. I didn't realize like I thought he was hovering closer, like right above Law. I thought this scene right here was right above Law. I didn't realize how high in the sky they were, and I feel like that changes the dynamics of the fight. Which this fight was really well animated if you just let it play and watch. I'm just shut up for a moment. This is really impressive right here. This is what I'm talking about, though. Just the aura and the scale of the attack. I really think now. Yeah, just look at the scale of the attack. Let's look. Yeah, just look. That's like absolutely ridiculous. There's nothing Law could have done here, like at all. There's nothing Law could have did here. Look at that. That is impressive. That is impressive. Hold on, I need to learn how to use these controls, keybinds and stuff. That is impressive. Blackbeard's all the way up here. The impact of the blows up here. This completely changes how this fight looks. Law got completely obliterated in his fight versus Blackbeard. This right here changed everything I thought about this fight. I didn't know, and it's obvious that the anime is adding liberties, obviously. But we know that in the same exact episode, they even added the SBS, not the SBS, or the cover stories. So we're seeing anime content become like canon. So this, I feel like we can consider it canon. I need to calm down and slowly talk. This is Markiplier. Again, guys, if you're just coming in, hello, my name is Rooney the Weeb. I'm just an anime discussion guy here, just trying to talk about what I like and what I don't like. And today we're talking about One Piece, Blackbeard versus Law fight. Hopefully, if you're just coming in, this helps you hop right in with us. Please do leave a like if you are willing, or leave a comment what you liked and what you didn't like about the stream. But this really changed the dynamic of the fight. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything Law could have did, like at all, compared to this. And you literally see Law in this position here, completely overwhelmed, not even physically making contact with him. The attack hasn't even connected. There was no intention of the attack being connected. Law was completely overwhelmed. And Blackbeard still wasn't going all out. This changes everything about the fight. Everything. Hold on, guys. Let me, just give me a second. I'm trying to pull up my notes here on second monitor here, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, give me a second. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Trying to get these notes up so I can stay on track, because I looked up and I'm like, man, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. All right. We're just gonna let this finish play. Like, just look. Just look at that. Just look at that. Just the scale alone. Oh man, what's going on here? That's funny. Alright, bet. Why is my spacebar not controlling the timeline? Anyways, but just the scale of the attack is ridiculous. There's nothing Lost Crews could have did at all. I'm a firm believer at this point where I think Blackbeard is going to be the final villain. I think he, in this instance alone, is going to showcase why he alone. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Just look at this. And I think this showcased a trait of Blackbeard that mimics Luffy in a very funny way. Because Luffy is a very unpredictable fighter. And I think Blackbeard is a very unpredictable fighter. And I think Blackbeard kind of represents freedom in a really weird way. I think the way Luffy showcased freedom, Blackbeard showcased freedom as well. Just in the way, specifically in the way they fight, not in their motifs, and because anybody in this situation would like freak out and be like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna land? Blackbeard doesn't have a care in the world on how he's gonna land. And the only person I know who I really see fight like that is Luffy in this series. And it's really interesting to see how he goes straight into this attack as he's like goes from worrying about falling, like, nah, this is prime time situation, baby. Let's really crank it up a notch here. As we see, like, we're really seeing him, like, look, he's caught off guard. Completely off guard here. Oh, did the stream reconnect? Uh-oh, did our stream reconnect here? Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Bro, but like, look, this dude is smiling. Like, come on. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, this dude is smiling. Smiling. What the heck? The fuck, bro? Like, he's putting Law to sleep for good! I'm telling you. Law couldn't do a single thing about this. I do like the animation style. The art style, all of it. It's more fluid. Absolutely, I see the fluidity of everything. I guess that's what they're going for in this scene. The hockey, no one get me started with hockey. We gotta talk about that as well. I'm just really surprised at the scale of this battle. I didn't expect it to be this. I didn't expect it to be this big. I didn't expect it to be that large battle. And they just really chose really great scenes to like hype Blackbeard. And I think that's really, really, really cool. Like what they did. This like, look at the aura emanating off of Blackbeard. I'm convinced Blackbeard is the final villain. Blackbeard is the final villain. You heard it? Let me say this. Wait, hold on. Let me get the clip right. Blackbeard is the final villain. There's nothing no one can do. Look. He's the final villain. There's only one other person that had this level aura, and that's Shanks-kun. This is ridiculous. This is wild. This is absolute wild. And then look at this. This is also, we're gonna get to this, but this is my final take on the Blackbeard versus Law. And since I'm trying to put my thought all together, because I'm obviously just rambling here, and there's no true thought to any of this. And there's no true thought. The depiction of the fight is way more one-sided than I thought. I expected Law to have more of a tipping the scale moment when he used his awakening. I thought that moment was going to be way bigger in the anime than it was in the manga. The manga really played that up. Like, Law was on the counteroffensive. The scale, hold on, let me just go back. Let me just go back. Yeah. The scale of the battle, I didn't know it was such a large scale battle. I'm hoping going forth we're seeing these sea battles leading into actual one-on-one combat battles. I really like the dynamic of the episode where it went from a sea battle, like this game of attrition, this chess match, not letting your prey escape. I really like that tenacity. We're seeing Blackbeard's personality, him as a pirate coming through, and he is the essence of what a pirate is, and I'm loving that. The power, I didn't expect Blackbeard to be... Okay, I should say this better. Blackbeard is not the weakest Yonko. I believe Blackbeard was stronger than Big Mom, Kaido, and I think he's equal to Shanks. He has surpassed Whitebeard at Marineford with the Gorgo no Mi. So unfortunately, we haven't really got a chance to see Whitebeard in full action in his prime. And I don't think there's anybody... I don't think even Luffy could beat Blackbeard right now. I think Luffy to beat Blackbeard right now would be almost impossible. Just because of the scale of the battle, Blackbeard shows that Yonko, the true scale of a Yonko battle. Kaido, Big Mom, they were obviously playing. They weren't taking the rooftop serious. And I think we got this in this showcasing right here. I think that's what we got in this fight. We got the utility of the crews. We got the presence from some Law making a stance and trying to go on the counteroffensive, meaning he has the ability to go on a counteroffensive. And then, but Blackbeard's overwhelming power was 2 devil fruits. And Blackbeard was overwhelming Law with just 1. And let's just make it very clear. Blackbeard's Gorgo no Mi was clearly outclassing Law and overwhelming him. And just the dynamics of the fight, from going from sea to land, and then having the crews be incorporated and being showcasing their prowess with the gender swapping disease, with Dr. Q, Stronger being a mythical Pegasus type, and then Jesus Burger just picked up a whole mountainside. So that's pretty crazy. And we see just the utility of Van Auger's warp fruit, and then just Law's utility as in the crew, the Heart Parts utility as a crew. I feel like that's really cool, seeing their intricacies. It's just fucking dope. It was just all around crisp, dope. I loved it. It was muy caliente, man. I might have to let me get some more of that. Toy. I almost bugged out. I almost glitched out for a second. The episode for me overall just confirmed for me that Kid and Law are equal, and they're both getting served a monstrous defeat. I think that's the most obvious point of the episode, showcasing that Law is receiving a monstrous defeat, and due to Blackbeard's lack of refinement in his fighting style, he likes a head rush in. Due to that, he took damage, and we clearly see him tanked it, so that's that. And I think Kid's defeat is just going to be just as monstrous as Law's, or if not worse, just because Shanks gets gassed up, and I think that's what's next. But this has me thinking, like, Blackbeard as the final villain. What are we thinking? Like, how do we get from point A to point B? What is Blackbeard involved with at the moment? We clearly see him send his folks. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm messing that up. What am I doing? We clearly see him send his folks. Actually, no, I don't need to do all that. Stop it. Oh, no, that's accident. Like, we clearly see this going on here. So what are we expecting from Blackbeard at this moment in time? What is he plotting? Because we know he has Garb captured. We know he has... What else he has? He has Pudding captured. He has the 3 poneglyphs. I don't even know how many fingers I'm putting up at this point. I'm just grabbing fingers that I don't have. What else does Blackbeard have? Let's think. We know he's looking for the man with the burned scar, or the man with the black ship with the last poneglyph. We know he's making his final efforts for the One Piece. What information does Blackbeard has that's leading his escapades? He has a crew full, decked out with devil fruit powers. He's decked out. He has this mysterious ability to have 2 devil fruits. Uno, dos. I really don't see, at this point, I don't see Shanks beating him. And I think that's why that's the only reason Shanks went to the Gorosei. I think that Blackbeard is that much of a threat. Shanks had to go to the Gorosei. And I think Shanks went to the Gorosei to mobilize the Holy Knights for when Blackbeard makes his move. I think it's very obvious that Shanks went to warn the Gorosei about Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard is going to be the final villain. I think he's going to take out Imu. I can't even talk. I think Blackbeard is going to take out Imu. And I think Blackbeard will be successful in his plan. And then Luffy will bring in the New Dawn. That's my theory on who will be the competition at the final war, or who's going to be the main villain at the final war. Because right now, there's three people. That's the main villain. Akainu, which you really can't say him anymore. So I'm not going to say Akainu. I take that back. Who's 3? It has to be Blackbeard, Emu, or Shanks. And I really don't see Emu being a final villain. I don't see Emu being the final villain that Luffy has to beat going to the New Dawn, or to create the New Dawn. I think Blackbeard or Shanks are... No. I don't see Shanks because Luffy has to pass off the hat to Shanks. So I don't know. So the rat allegations have yet to be beaten yet. He's a snitch! And we need to lock him up. So if you see any Shanks advocators, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock him up and I'm going to tie him up. And when I'm done with him, he won't be the same. They're going to be singing the I'm a Goofy Goober jingle, boy. That's what type of timing I'm on. Because what is Blackbeard amassing here? I think Blackbeard has to go to Elbaf. Blackbeard has to go to Elbaf to really solidify himself as the final villain. I think Blackbeard's ship is still at Egghead, and I think they're going to follow the Straw Hats to Elbaf and give the location to Blackbeard. Blackbeard's going to storm Elbaf. It only makes sense because after Elbaf, what's after Elbaf? What else could we possibly do after Elbaf? Egghead has gone on far too long. And I'm kind of sick and tired of it. I'm ready to move on to the next. Well, I'm really happy about the anime and what they're adding. So we're possibly going to be in for a really good treat there. But I think it's time to move into Elbaf. I absolutely think it's time to move into Elbaf. Absolutely. I think Blackbeard's going to be completely on the offensive now. Blackbeard's only going to be on the offensive now. I think Blackbeard has done enough plotting and planning and putting in place and things. I think now he's going to strike. And he's the one that's going to lead us into the final saga. Blackbeard's leading us into the final saga. It all makes sense. It all makes sense why the Blackbeard ship was outside of Egghead and they're not on the island yet. They're spying on the Straw Hats. They're gonna follow the Straw Hats to Egghead, and that's where Blackbeard and Luffy's gonna come ahead. But it's not gonna be a all-out scale, a full battle. Blackbeard is going to request whatever Elbaf's secrets are, and the sake of saving the kingdom of Elbaf, from an all-out full-scale battle, I think they give it to him. I don't think the Straw Hats can beat the Blackbeard Pirates. I don't think so at all. Yep. That's exactly what that's how I think Egghead's gonna close out. Well, not gonna close out, but I think that's what the Blackbeard Pirates are gonna do in Egghead. I think that's their big presence. I don't think they're there to make themselves known. I think they're absolutely there, spying and information on the Straw Hats. Blackbeard's gonna find out. Blackbeard's gonna find out Luffy's Nika. He's gonna find out something's coming ahead in Elbaf. That's gonna lead him there. It's gonna be a fight to save Elbaf. Not even to save Elbaf, because I really think Blackbeard's just gonna get what he wants from Elbaf. Because I think Blackbeard's power, the Guru no Mi, is just gonna create massive destruction, and I don't think Elbaf wants that. I think something's going on in Elbaf. Something's going on with the Giants. And I think their portrayal as this being the greatest army you can foster, I don't think that's as true as it's been portrayed in the story. So I'm excited to I'm really excited to see what Blackbeard's role is going to be in the final war. I really want to see how this comes to head. But I think the Blackbeards, let me try and get this right, because I've been probably going to repeat it again and again and again and again. I'm sorry if you're seeing this. And from watching Blackbeard's crew, I really feel like the Straw Hat crew is an extremely inept crew and got by completely off of luck. I don't think there is a single... What the hell was that? What the hell was that? I don't think there's a single Straw Hat that can help Luffy defeat the Blackbeard Pirates. Zoro will be too caught up with Shiryu. Sanji, I don't even know who Sanji would fight. But he'd be too busy trying to protect everybody. San Juan Wolf, I guess, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't think the Straw Hat crew would face up well against the Blackbeard Pirates. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to really compose my ideas here because I feel like I'm rambling. I'm trying to get it together. Let me try to get my thoughts together on this really quickly. I don't think the Straw Hat Pirates can beat the Blackbeard Pirates. I don't think the Straw Hat Pirates can beat the Blackbeard Pirates because I think the Straw Hats' luck would run out. I think their luck has ran out. Everything from Egghead has shown that they're an inept crew. They continuously are saved in a lot of situations. They're not strongly suited to anything, really. I'm not sure what the Straw Hat crew is really strongly suited to, but that's their unpredictability and their ability to grow fast is what wins them battles. But I do not think in a head-to-head clash they can beat the Blackbeard Pirates. I think Blackbeard is too much of an intelligent captain, and I think with his right-hand man, Shiryu, Lafitte, and Van Augur, a lot of intricate planning goes into waging war. He's not a reckless man, per se. Or I should say he's reckless, but he is not stupid. Once he realizes he messed up, he's like, okay, it's time to adapt. I gotta get this together. I can, and I'm playing around. Let me stop. So, I just think they outsmart the Straw Hat Crew. I really just don't see what the Straw Hat Crew does really well. Zoro, he's gonna be caught up fighting. Yeah, he's just gonna be caught up fighting Shiryu. Literally. What is Nami gonna do? What is Robin gonna do? What is Chopper gonna do? What is Usopp gonna do? Obviously, they're the main crew, but at this point, I just don't think they're a full-fledged Yonko crew. It's absolutely fair to say even Cross Guild is a more complete Yonko crew than Luffy. Luffy's crew is not a Yonko crew. I don't think I said anything. I don't think I said any point on why they're not a Yonko crew. I've just been rambling. Let me see why. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I'm not finding the words for this, but I'm trying my hardest. Hold on, let's see. Due to the fact that Blackbeard's crew truly plans and how reckless the Straw Hats are and how willing Luffy is to just jump straight into battle without a plan, will be the downfall of the Blackbeard Pirates, or the Straw Hat Pirates. Everybody on the Blackbeard Pirates, I would say everybody, but I feel like everybody is such a devious player. They put thought into their battles and how to fight and how they're going to win. But obviously, they're not the strongest, but I do think there are a lot of people that are going to hold up the strongest people in the Straw Hat crew. And I just don't see who else could compete with the likes of Sanwan Wolf. Who else is there? The Nine-Tailed Fox Lady, Katarina Devon. Who else is there? There's just a crazy amount of people just on the Blackbeard. Kuzan. I don't know who take cares of Kuzan. Obviously, Kuzan's going to flip, though. But I just don't see how the Straw Hat crew can take on that crew. I don't even think Straw Hat's crew is stronger than the Beast Pirate crew. Nope. Luffy is still the weakest Yonko. He's not stronger than Blackbeard. We clearly seen from here the amount of power Blackbeard has. The scale of the battle is going to be large. Double XL. Hop in the car. I'm super loud for no reason. I'm so sorry. But, oh man, my mind is just... I'm ranting now. Jesus. Hockey. Boy, oh boy. Hockey. Hockey. We have a problem. We have an absolute problem here. Hockey is so indistinguishable from one another. From moments like Cracker, his Biscuit Warriors, completely being demolished by Van Auger. Luffy couldn't even destroy one of those with Gear 4th. It just doesn't make sense. What level of hockey is he using? Is it a special, or whether the Seki or whatever? I'm so lost right now, but I'm so upset. Look at me. I'm getting so flustered. It just doesn't make sense. What special bullets did Van Auger use? Kairoseki? Are those Kairoseki bullets? If so, someone tell me that. because they are supposed to be the hardest substance on Earth or something, or in the One Piece world. It just doesn't make sense to me. How are we supposed to distinguish? Is this Conqueror's Haki? Is this regular Haki? What is it? This appears to be... I don't know. It was all out throughout the episode, and I just don't know. I'm so worked up. I really hate Haki as a power system. And people gas it. People gas it. It just doesn't make any... It doesn't make any sense! Is this armament Haki or Conquerors? What is this? Tell us. They have a major problem. This power system is fucking retarded because it's the most inconsistent shit, and it's supposed to balance out devil fruits, but it just does whatever. Like it just counters whatever the devil fruit is. That's what Haki is. It's just a counter devil fruit. That's what I believe at this point. It is meant to do whatever you want it to do when you want it to. And if you're strong enough with it, you can make it do real crazy shit. There's no defined lines. There's no guide rails with the shit. There's no proper breakdown. It's like, what are we doing here? I goddamn hate this system, bro. Cause it's so inconsistent. Every observation Haki. When does that ever show up? When does Future Sight show up again? I know we got it in a couple episodes ago. I know it was an important factor. It wasn't even important in the Kaido versus Luffy fight. I swear. It's just Luffy got the Gear Fist. Oh, he got Conqueror's Haki. Like, does anybody fathom that Luffy literally got an awakening and Conqueror's Awakening in the same fight? And if it's not Conqueror's Haki, then why does Law have it? Why does Law have Red Lightning? The system is... There's no consistency. There's no rules or defined rules to the system. It's just like a Royal Rumble, and you just get in there and you just throwing shit around. It's like a sandbox, I guess. And I maybe I'm looking too deeply into it because it really frustrates me, man. It's just... I don't even have the words for it, for real. Haki truly disappoints me every time it gets a chance to. It can negate devil fruit ability powers shown on display with Law multiple times, unable to teleport people with strong Haki, and then being able to use his Haki to overcome the effects of the gender swap disease. I thought we were in the final saga. Why are these new revelations being thrown at us? I wish some of this stuff would have been referenced earlier. You know? And it just really feels like ass pulls. It really does, like, not even devil fruits. Just like Haki can do anything. For any reason, for whatever reason, whatever you want to say. Like, can't touch with Conqueror's Haki. Blackbeard did that in this fight to block certain attacks. Then you have John Bart blocking Van Auger's bullet with his body when the same bullet destroyed Cracker's biscuit. So, is John Bart using Haki? Is his Haki that strong? Could he take a Gear 4th punch? I get it. He must be a Buccaneer. Yeah, that explains it all. Oh, God. This is a hot take. It's going to be a really hot take. Hold on. This is going to be a hot take. This is going to be a hot take. This is going to be a hot take. Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. I'm going to okay, I'm gonna give you the hot take right here. The One Piece hot take. I'm about to give it to you. The story has felt like a lot of these plot points have came out of nowhere, like ass pulls. It does not make sense how Dory and Broggy know about Nika but didn't suspect Luffy at Little Garden for being Nika when his body is described as a rubber body. Literally, that is the description we first get of Nika. And the reason why he's able to fight so freely, because he's made of to be able to fight freely as possible and body made of rubber. And if the Giants have such a close connection to Nika, why didn't they speak then and there? Also, things like Luffy being a Zoan type, mythical, when he was precisely described as Paramecia, shows all traits of being a Paramecia. And it just seems to me a lot of these points, and it's okay for Luffy to be Nika, I guess. I don't know. I really just don't think those are really good plot points at the moment, and I really just don't like how Gear 5 is kind of hurting the story. It seems like the story's being written to justify Gear 5. Like the plot points. I'm not saying like the touching moments with Bonnie and stuff. I just feel like specifically with the major plot points, you know, Oda always does a really good job of writing his side characters. He always, I guess not always, but I feel like we get really good intricate stories, complex stories for like side characters, and we're not always following the main cast. So I love that about One Piece. I still think he does a great job, but I just think the overall plot points are just kind of losing themselves, and I'm not really enjoying how they're just popping up out of nowhere. We didn't know any of these things before, and they're just magically happening now. And like, why are the Straw Hat Pirates still getting saved? I know I talked about this probably a little bit earlier in the stream. I probably rambled, but I think I have my thoughts a little more put together here. why the Straw Hat Pirates are not a Yonko crew. The Straw Hat Pirates are an inept crew because we constantly see them time and time again require saving, support from a third party at all times. Here they are again at Egghead of supposed to be a full-fledged Yonko crew. Well, I wouldn't say full-fledged. This is their first outing as a Yonko crew. So there is a bit of a curve you have to grade them on. But what did Blackbeard do when he became a Yonko? He went to war. Straight into war. Straight into war. Straight into war and straight into conflict, straight into battle. Let's see how the Blackbeard Pirates came out. They came out on top before they arrived at getting all their devil fruit powers. Here we are with the Straw Hat crew. They just got some recent power-ups. Another member of their crew got Conqueror's Haki. Yeah, we know. All that's good and dandy. Here they are once again. And I'm not sure if you guys understand this. The Marines were not losing the battle against the Straw Hat crew at Egghead Island. The Straw Hats were losing. They were at a disadvantage. And if it was not for plot holes and plot points, they would have lost. Completely annihilated, deleted. Their crew is inept. I haven't seen a single resourceful use for any of the Straw Hat crew. All they have done was split up, get lost, and get beaten up off screen. Literally, what has the Straw Hat crew been effective at on this island? They're not good at gathering intel. They're not good at responding under pressure. They literally have people collapsing right now. They're not as resourceful as other crews as we see in battle with Blackbeard's crew. On display, we see his crew is actively working around his benefit or his powers. The Warport crew, stronger, giving him the capability to fight in the sky. That is resourcefulness. I don't see that with the Straw Hat crew. They're always getting split up. They're always running. They're always getting saved. Someone's always coming in to save them. Who's coming in to save the Blackbeard Pirates? Nobody. Who's coming in to save Shanks? Nobody. Who came in to save Law? Nobody. Who came in to save Kid? Nobody. Why are the Straw Hat Pirates always getting saved? And for this factor alone, they are an inept Yonko crew. They cannot defend on their own. They literally cannot defend Vegapunk. They failed at their mission. Vegapunk has gotten a fatal wound. Was supposed to be, but he should be alive at the end of it. But they failed. Where were they successful? Zoro's getting stalled, and that's okay. He may have the upper hand, but that's not the goal. As a Yonko crew, you need to be able to execute your goal. If you're going to get the title of being a Yonko crew, you need to be able to execute at that level. And the Straw Hat Pirates have not executed at that level yet. Even Buggy has operated more as a Yonko crew than the Straw Hat Pirates. This is a wake-up call for Luffy, and it needs to be a wake-up call for Luffy, even though we had, great touching moments. Egghead is great for emotional, touching character development moments. I love that. The expansion on all those characters is amazing. But it's just that when it comes to the crew, they're at a point where they need to be a Yonko level crew. There is no more gathering or getting stronger. There's no more of that. They need to become a Yonko crew and act like a Yonko crew. Be effective like a Yonko crew. What did Blackbeard do? He gathered up his members and he led a war against Law and his crew. The Straw Hats can't launch an invasion. They failed. Literally failed. And if it wasn't for some miracle being with Nika himself, they would have failed. I just don't understand why they're still getting saved. And that's why I think they're an inept crew. Lace him up, nah.